All right, so like we said, there is a game that happened. This game that happened was a pretty good one, by all intents and purposes.
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the most like fun game to watch, but it was a good one. Like they did win, and that's what made it a good one.
I love that our streams just garner random player accounts. We have Olivier Giroud that follows UPSL side SD Inter very closely. Now we welcome Dennis Buanga. Denny, sorry. Dennis. We're in America, son. We're in America, son. By the way, also honorary greats, all the supporter groups taking a stand for their opinions. Gaff, also the lifetime ban that the Galaxy put on somebody who had a credential, like they put a banner. Don't do that. Also, like at see why they got their credential revoked and banned from the stadium, but they banned them for lifetime.
Wow,
pretty harsh. All right, MLS with San Diego FC. The lineup that was presented over in the Windy City in Soldier Field. I've seen soccer games in Soldier Field, but it usually involves La Selección Mexicana.
It wasn't at Soldier Field. No, I thought it was at SeatGeek Stadium.
Was that Soldier Field? I believe.
It was Soldier Field. Dang.
Yeah, the big Soldier Field.
Yeah, damn.
There we go.
I was watching it while that is Soldier Field. Damn. I was watching it while I was at Torero Stadium. So very, very different stadium.
Yes, very different. Imagine SDFC playing at Torero Stadium once. That'd be cool. If there ever was an Open Cup matchup and, whatever. All right, so San Diego FC's starting lineup for this match. Again, we can get to Iloski, who is on the bench. But with that said, Pablo Cisniega making his debut. He's played with San Diego FC with America against America in the friendly. He makes his MLS debut here. Actual real points at stake, and it was going to be interesting to see how he's going to go ahead and do back there.
Yeah, I mean, he starts over Dos Santos, who may have gotten a broken nose or fractured nose in the last game. So Pablo Cisniega stepping up again. But have we confirmed or anyone asked how long DJ's out?
I haven't been able to.
He was only listed as questionable in the game upcoming for Chicago, so I'd assume he's still probably questionable. At this point in the midweek, I would probably leave in Cisniega. He had a really great performance. It's hard to take that spot away from him. Well, especially if it's a 50-50 chance with injury with CJ. I think I'd probably just leave Pablo in there.
And in front of him, Luca Bombino, you have the great Patty McNair returning. Still not completely match fit for a full 90. Chris McVeigh, and on the right, Verhoeven. As you know, it's a very young right and left back sides, but they brought it this matchup.
I think the best possible backline San Diego FC could put right now. I like Verhoeven over Kumado.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, very, very injured, Willy Kumado. Still, the return of Luca de la Torre to the starting lineup on the left-hand side that slides over Oni Valakari to the right side, giving Uloy a little bit of a rest. Valakari being able to slide into the center mid position once again. Sverskov in the center defensive mid, just the Sverskov, the Yepe position at this point. Like you can do anything, Sverskov. Like just figure yourself out. He plugs himself well. I don't even want to designate him a position. He just appears. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Yepe.
I believe in Yepe.
All right. And up top, over on the left, Lozano. Flanking on the right is Anas Dreyer. And in the middle, Tomas Angel. We've discussed, obviously, how we feel or just our thoughts on Tomas Angel starting. But again, there was some cautious optimism where I'm like, okay, he has been playing better. He for sure has been playing better. He scored a couple goals leading up to here. But it was going to be a tough matchup. Berhalter versus Mikey Varas, just similar in their schools of thought and play style and execution and philosophies of the game. So it was going to be really good. The game starts and Pablo Cisniega kind of does calm himself up
Pablo Cisniega
with a great stop there. Pablo Cisniega.
Can I just also throw out, like, it's a mistake, but this shot could have been a lot better too.
Sure.
Like,
sure.
A lot of space.
Sure.
A lot of space.
He has no right to stop that.
No. It's a
he
great
has
save.
no right to stop that.
It's a great save. I think the commentary mentioned
Save of the week.
that. Yeah, I think the commentary mentions that it was his mistake to start, but I don't think so. I mean, that's been the style. I think it was a bad pass from McVay that Valakari couldn't control. But yeah, no, this is a crazy save.
Like if I was in person, I would have asked him like, "Hey, what was your favorite save today?" And I know it would have been that. I hope that the SDFC team got that shot.
Are San Diego FC fans used to these type of mistakes already? Because this is the right to dream mistakes that you're going to make.
Yeah.
Because with that play style, like at this point, if you're a San Diego FC fan or follow San Diego FC, you should be getting used to these mistakes because it happens more than once. But when it works, it looks beautiful.
Yeah. No, 100%.
It looks great.
San Diego FC just kind of kept in, and it was a good back and forth. That's how it was going to be for the matchup. A lot of work rates defensively and then offense. Great play, shielding the ball. Luca de la Torre, even better low-driven cross, finds Dreyer and just takes it away from Tomas Angel. Camera guy thinks Angel scored. Angel thinks he scored. And then McVay comes and lets everybody know, no, it's actually you, Honor. Honor scored. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, good job. That's the 1-0 for San Diego FC. Shout out to Frontera San Diego making it out there.
All right, I'm just texting our upcoming guest back real quick.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, Anders Dreyer is still performing at an MVP level. I think we've said everything there is to say about Anders Dreyer. I think he's I would say the most important signing that San Diego FC made coming to the season. He's just been phenomenal.
The most important signing that the MLS has made, because again, let's remember every team is owned by the MLS. The chairman and owners are just co-owners. But it's one of the most important signings for MLS. Period. I agree with you there. But this play is just excellent.
It's the patience that Luca de la Torre has, right, to make this play to give to Bombino, and Bombino's just stepping up big time for San Diego. But again, how many times have we mentioned in the absence of Luca de la Torre that we're like, man, that midfield needs that so badly. Look where he's at right now.
He's just going,
it's like
shielding.
Playing FIFA.
He has no options. He can go ahead and lay it off right there for Yepe. He knows that there's a run. He already clocked that there's a run coming over to his right. So right now he's looking up. There should be somebody on his left for sure.
But there's none.
There's nobody on his left. He's looking. He's going to buy time. He can't go to Yepe because to him, there's two people blocking him. And then he has no outlet anyway. So let me run into the space. There's nobody here. Oh, there's somebody right there. I'm going to cut this way, not completely, but just enough to do that little shoulder movement to allow Bombino to make the run. Cut right there. The pass is already happening there. Bombino sees it. De primera. First touch on the top part of the ball, because that's what makes the ball go and stay on the ground. If you hit it at the bottom, it'll go up. In between everybody, almost behind Dreyer, and he just scoops it in for the easy goal.
Why was this one not called offside?
It shouldn't. It wasn't.
That didn't look offside to me.
It did not look offside. What are you talking about?
He's on the back post.
Yeah, no. Here's another look.
Yeah.
Here's another look. A good turn by Luca. There's no space there. There's no space there. Let me go ahead and go and shield the ball right there. You think I'm going to go with my left? Nope. Here's my right.
It's the pass is behind him.
Yeah.
That's where I was a little confused. Like, look, right there, he's off. Right there, he's off. You were telling me he's not off right there?
I'm not telling you anything, my friend. I'm not saying anything. If you want to argue, you should have asked Mikey that. Hey, Mikey,
maybe a little bit. I see what you're saying now, Chiva.
100%. I could see that.
I really thought they were going to call it back.
Convenient.
VAR checked this, by the way.
They did check this.
And I think what ended up happening is that there wasn't, kind of like NFL, there wasn't enough
conclusive
evidence or to change the ruling on the play, and that's why it was determined a goal. I thought they were going to call it back, to be honest. I could have easily seen the other side saying, like, yeah, that's offsides.
Luca, there was a long-awaited midfield reinforcement. I agree, but you still need people. Like, you still need somebody. Losing Alvarado is going to prove to be very, very...
And you loan away Bruce.
Okay. You're making space in that midfield, huh? Wouldn't that be interesting if a good, solid midfielder came in?
Kevin De Bruyne?
What?
No, he's not coming to San Diego FC. I don't think so.
Wouldn't
It's
that be
crazy
fun?
that those rumors were happening and like they were kind of believable.
And they were being entertained. I get it.
That's not happening though.
It's not for sure not happening.
If they
But
don't
again,
want to spend the money on Milan Iloski, I don't think they'll spend the money on a player like that.
imagine just like that they're like announce Milan Iloski not signing him back. Oh, boo! And then you're just waiting. The admin on San Diego SC is just waiting to tweet like, oh, but I bet you'll like this. Send, Kevin De Bruyne blah, blah, blah. Gets number 32. Sooner or later, like it just kind of does start catching up for San Diego FC, and a part of being a San Diego FC fan, if you're a watcher that way, is that you're gonna have to suffer things like this. Another mistake coming out the back through the right hand side, like this is that right to dream. You put him and put that high pressure. This ball almost goes up and over. It does go up and over. Almost goes up and in. But off of a throw-in, you can't have these moments like in your final third, defensive third. You can't just give the ball up away like that. Very fortunate again, San Diego FC to get away with it. And Chicago was again pressing, being attacking. They were in a lot of ways doing the San Diego FC bit and waiting for San Diego FC to do the mistake and counterattack. And it was a good back and forth here. The fantastic build-up play, the right to dream goal.
Isn't that something, right? I think when we saw their first game ever back at Coachella, and they struggled a lot, and the counterattack was kind of like their weakness. That really hasn't been a weakness so far this season. I think the weakness has been making those mistakes, playing out the back. But they're actually probably the best counterattacking team in MLS. Like they're that good, and these counterattacks are working based on that style, and it's just impressive to watch. Like we said earlier, when it works, it's really pretty to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty. Abe. All right. You turn into the highlight.
Second half comes around. San Diego FC's up 2-0, but it kind of starts feeling like Chicago's just not gonna be completely out of this game. They do say that in Spanish, like 2-0 es el resultado más engañoso, right? So 2-0 is the most kind of like fear scored.
Yeah, I mean Chuky Lozano doing his thing here, and that's the thing. He's such an X factor where he'll make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
You don't have to really worry about any sort of play style build up because you know that they'll resolve him and Dreyer. This is another play. Dreyer almost he was feeling himself, definitely feeling himself here, and almost getting the chip goal. That would have been something for the hat trick. A great stop by Pablo Cisniega, reaction save in the corner kick here. What I love about this save is that you'll see the angle where he's pretty much positioned perfectly, but he's filling up the space where somebody should have been defending with his eyesight. And I don't know if you ever play Madden. I've hardly ever played Madden, but the quarterback has that little cone of vision. And you can see the cone of vision filling up the space where the ball is going to get headed at right here. Again, if you're listening on Spotify, we do this on YouTube with visuals. Just check it out, break down the game film a little bit more, some X's and O's. But right now, Pablo Cisniega is looking at an empty space. Just if you get that cone of vision, you can see it right exactly where the ball's going to land. He knows it. He reads it. He sees it. So as great of a stop this is, it goes right to him. But it takes a lot of skill and some fortune for that header, secondary header, not to go in. But a good performance by Pablo Cisniega. And at this point, you thought, okay, he's keeping the clean sheet. 87th minute, Chicago just is trying. It only took just centimeters to get past Cisniega this night, or else he would have had a clean sheet off a corner, unmarked, but poor marking. They were being held. It's fine. Like, it's a corner kick. Like, it's a good contact. De volea, technically. First time. Berhalter gets excited. He got very nervous and anxious towards the end. But so did San Diego FC, Mikey Varas. Interesting tidbit here as we head into the end of this matchup for San Diego FC. even though they did weather the storm. Negri came in for Luca Bombino, who was absolutely exhausted, gassed, and is something that I'm actually legitimately worried about for San Diego FC. It's just like these players are getting redlined. These players are getting they're getting worked, and so you're starting to see some wear and tear, especially for some of the players who maybe aren't as conditioned to play as much. But fortunately for San Diego FC, it's been working out.
I think I wouldn't be too worried about Bombino because this was probably one of the first matches that he really had to run a lot, especially against Barbosa, a very fast player on that same side. So I think it was just extra workload that Bombino had to take on this game, and that happens in soccer. But I agree to an extent where if this continues to happen, what other options do you have?
You don't have many options. Abe, what are your thoughts on this? San Diego
Jesper Loffelson, right? That's here.
Jesper Loffelson, he can play in the midfield too.
Yeah. There you go. But
He could probably play left back too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good versatile player.
Yeah.
Good versatile player.
yeah, what were you gonna ask me though? Just thoughts on this game. I think it's
On this Milan
they were
Iloski
able to-
this game.
I think they would able to weather the storm. You're up 2-0. Obviously, you're a little frightened, but being able to defend well is something San Diego FC is able, has proven that they can do. I think, obviously, no lead in the MLS is safe. I think that was proven in that Vancouver game, which was just kind of nuts. Obviously, the headline's going to be 4 goals by Milan Iloski, but you never know what could happen. And then that felt like that might happen here. I think Chicago isn't a horrible team. Berhalter is a pretty good club coach. I think you could see that they could be a better team if they had a few more players. But yeah, San Diego FC is just a really well built team right now, and I do think that worry of yours is okay though about depth and just players being a little bit tired because you've been laying the gas on these guys. I think Luca de la Torre is someone who I have my eye on as he played a lot of minutes for the U.S. men's national team, and then immediately coming back and starting in this game is interesting. You're gonna have some, I don't know,
Some what?
some just I don't know, some of that. Just some. Are you sure you want to put them out there again? They're pretty tired,
A good matchup here. Some words between Mikey Varas and Greg Berhalter at the end. You saw there, and just congratulating each other with the experience that each other have. Just kindred spirits in managing and coaching. And I mean, yeah, it's a great performance for San Diego FC. Mikey Varas very intentional about giving props and kudos to Emma Boateng as well, who came in and did the job. He had a great interference here in the last couple of minutes. Then Mikey Varas said, "Yeah, I count that as a goal." So very very positive on his end, and again, reinforcing that team aspect, reinforcing that right to dream. Hey, I like my players when they do what I ask them to. I don't like my players when they don't do what I ask them to. So, I love having this victory. Let's move on and have a good rest of the season with or without Milan Iloski. Essentially, was the tail end of that.